Yeah, Rahul, congratulations for taking the team to the semis. What's your take on this? It was a much bigger stage, World Cup stage, than the one in September Asia Cup. And is it a lot of things have happened today? Netherlands beating South Africa. So, what's your overall take on this format itself? And also going into the semifinals.
Yeah, it's a challenging format. It's a challenging tournament when you have six teams and just one or two results don't go your way, as we've seen with some of the other teams. And I think with us as well, I think one or two results could have gone the other way. We could have won some games as well. So yeah, this is a very challenging format, and to be able to get through and get to the top four, obviously is nice, and we're happy about it. But obviously we know that hopefully we've got a couple of more good days in us as we go ahead.
Rahul bhai, yeah. Just you spoke about the uncertainties of this format and the challenge. Like someone like Surya Kumar Yadav doing it day in and day out. Like, could you explain like what kind of process goes in for this kind of consistency and in this format? Like, if you could explain.
Touch wood. I mean, it's incredible, and that's why he is the number one T20 player in the world at the moment, because of that consistency in a format where scoring at the strike rate that he does actually doesn't. It's not easy to be consistent with the kind of strike rate he's scoring at. So it's just fantastic, just the way he's playing. I think he's been very clear in his processes. He's very clear about his tactics. And I think he's worked very hard. I think one of the things about Surya is just the amount of hard work that he's put in the nets, in thinking about his game, his fitness. I mean, if I look at Surya from a couple of years ago, just to see how he takes care of his body and the amount of time he spends on his fitness, I think he's just really earning the rewards for a lot of the hard work that he's put in on and off the field, and long may it continue. And I think he's been absolutely phenomenal for us, and he's just a joy to watch. It's a pleasure to watch him bat when he's in that kind of form, and every time it's like he puts on a show without a doubt.
Oh, hi. So how do you deal with someone like Rishabh Pant, who's been on the bench for a while, and as a coach, how do you deal with when he steps in back onto the turf, to keep his confidence levels high? And
yeah, I mean, we've in a sense that it's not that we've ever lost confidence in Rishabh. I think we've got confidence in all of our 15 players who play here. It's only 11 guys who can play, and it depends on the combinations that you have. The very fact that they are here and they're part of the World Cup means that we have a lot of confidence in them. It means that anytime they can be called on to play in the 11. And that's really the role of when you pick 15 players and you pick 15 from so many other options that you have. That means you've actually got a lot of confidence in this 15. Yes, you can only play 11 at times, and some people sometimes miss out and don't have to play. But again, Rishabh, someone I think, as a lot of you would have been seeing, you'll have been traveling with us. He's been batting a lot in the nets. He's been hitting a lot of balls. Doing a lot of fielding practice, and keeping practice and keeping himself ready. And then the opportunity came today for us to give him an opportunity and to play him in this game. And yeah, I mean, obviously it didn't kind of work out today, but absolutely no, I'm not bothered about that at all, because I think he took the right option. His role was to take on the left arm spinner, which was there, and sometimes it comes off, sometimes it doesn't. So I don't think we judge people on one game, and sometimes whether we play them or not is not based on one game. Sometimes it's just matchups, what we think would be something that we might need here or going ahead as well into the next part of the tournament. What are the skills we might need against which are the kind of bowlers that we might come up against. So a lot of things go into these kind of decisions.
Rahul, it is a do or die match for us in the morning, especially when you got the news that South Africa is out of the tournament. Did you instruct your cricketers to do something extra, or what was the message towards them?
Nothing. I never instruct them to try and do anything extra. I think at this level, most of these guys are incredibly motivated. You don't need to tell them to do anything extra. If we stick to our processes, we stick to our preparation. We didn't do anything for this game. I think I answered this question the last time as well. Irrespective of whether we've played South Africa in this tournament, or Pakistan, or Zimbabwe, or Bangladesh, or Netherlands, I think our processes, our The way we've gone about our practice sessions has been exactly the same. We haven't changed anything at all, irrespective of the opponent. And I don't expect that to change going into the semi-finals as well.
Final.
Rahul, any concern about
Oh, sorry.
any concern about Akshar Patel's bowling?
Uh,
Leaked a lot of runs in a few games.
Well, he's had good games as well. Again, that's the nature of this tournament, this format. The nature of this format is such that you can get taken apart, especially today, in a day like today when they lost a lot of wickets. They had nothing to lose. They could go after it, and he's bowled well as well. I think he bowled well in a couple of games and took few wickets in those games as well. And I thought he bowled a very good over against Bangladesh. Just before the rain break, he bowled an over for 6 runs. So, it can happen in this format. I'm not necessarily concerned. Yes, he would have liked to have had a better day than today. But, having said that, he's been someone who's actually bowled really well for us over the last period of time.
Rahul, aside from winning, which of course you want to do every match, what else did you want to achieve from tonight? Like, for example, you batted first. Maybe was it like to get an experience of bowling in the night at MCG, getting Rishabh in, because 5 of the other 6 spinners now left are taking the ball away from right-hand batters. Like, what all did you want to achieve, and how did it go?
Yeah, I think you hit the nail on the head, really. I mean, a couple of the things we did want to achieve was to try and bat first. If we got the opportunity, obviously we needed to win the toss for that. Just because we had, honestly, we had bowled first against Pakistan when we came here. We just wanted to experience what it was to sort of set a score in these kind of conditions. Also, we felt that, if we batted first, it would give us an opportunity to play 20 overs and just get into that ability of still trying to get a par plus score, batting first. And then, like you said, I mean, sometimes, we gave us the opportunity also to play Rishabh, keeping obviously this game in mind as well, but also just keeping the future in mind as well, and just opening up our options. I'm not saying that I think everyone is available for selections. Just because somebody missed out in this game doesn't mean that we can't go back to him, or, and we can't decide on, we might go the same way, we might go a different way as well. But we just wanted to ensure that we have our options open, gave Rishabh an opportunity to have game time, which was really important. He was probably the only player in our team who hadn't played a game after Western Australia. We played a couple of games in Western Australia where he played, and then he didn't play the practice game. He was supposed to play the second one, and then that got washed out in Brisbane, I think, and then he's not played. So we just wanted to ensure that he also gets some game time, so that at least all of our 15 have got some amount of game time in both the practice games and in this tournament, so that, if we have a whole set of 15 to choose from, and we'll pick what we think is the best 11 for the day against the opposition, looking at the pitch.
Final.
Rahul, talking about next match against England, and that would be held in Adelaide. Seeing today's match in Adelaide, the wicket is little slower and the square's boundary is little small. Do you think you need to plan specifically in Adelaide because the spinners are doing well there, and any chance of playing Chahal there or any option there?
Like I said earlier, I think we have a completely open mind about everyone in our 15. We believe that anybody who comes into the 15, will not potentially make us weaker. The kind of squad we've picked, anybody that we need to pick will actually not make us a weaker squad. It's, again, we'll have to go there and see. I know that I watched some of the games today, and I know the tracks were slow and they gripped and they turned a bit. We might be playing on a completely new strip in Adelaide, and when the strip we played in against Bangladesh, to be honest, did not spin. It was again a different kind of wicket, and it was played at Adelaide as well. So I think I can't sit here now just after a game and predict what's going to happen there. We'll have a couple of days. We'll go and have a look at that wicket and see what we think it might do. Of course, if it's slow, we'll play according to those situations. If we think it might play differently, then we'll have to put up a squad to match that.
Final one.
राहुल, जब T20 बैटिंग की बात होती है तो स्ट्राइक रेट की बात होती है, लेकिन एट द सेम टाइम शुरुआत में रोटेशन ऑफ द स्ट्राइक की बात होनी चाहिए, वो भी एक इम्पोर्टेंट फैक्टर है.
हाँ, ऑफ कोर्स. आई मीन, दोनों चीजें, स्ट्राइक रेट, जैसे मैंने लास्ट टाइम भी कहा था, हर सिचुएशन में, हर ग्राउंड में, हर कंडीशंस में स्ट्राइक रेट अलग होती है. अगर आप 200 का मैच खेल रहे हैं या इस विकेट पे हमारा मानना था कि काफी अच्छी विकेट थी ये, थोड़ा पहले में जरूर थोड़ा कुछ हुआ, पर इस विकेट पे शायद 170 180 जहाँ से हम लोगों को कम्युनिकेशन मिली, अंदर से लड़के कह रहे थे कि 170 180 वाला विकेट था ये, तो इसमें शायद आपका स्ट्राइक रेट कुछ और हो सकता है। कुछ ऐसे हम लोगों ने मैचेस जहाँ पे खेले हैं जहाँ पे 150 का भी एक स्कोर जीतने वाला स्कोर था। आज सुबह भी हम देख रहे थे कि 150 160 वाला एडिलेड में काफी मुश्किल था चेज करने के लिए उन कंडीशंस में। तो आपको वहां पे यू हैव टू प्ले द कंडीशंस, ऑनेस्टली यू कांट जस्ट से दैट this is the only strike rate I want to play on. I think that's one thing certainly that this World Cup has shown us, because the conditions have been so unique in different parts of in different cities here, that you've had to adapt, and it's not been easy for the opening batsman. Power play strike rates, other than I think in Sydney, have been pretty low, for all countries. So again, you have to adapt. Maybe when you go to Sydney, you might have to play differently. Adelaide may be different, may not be different. So we'll just have to, I think it's all about adaptability for me, this format. Thanks a lot, guys. Thank you.